Stop. Just stop it. Stop. No. Just stop it. You need to stop it. What are you doing with your life? Look at you. Sitting in front of a computer. Skittles crumbs all over your fucking shirt. You're dirty. You're disgusting. You're fucking sick. You're nothing. You're dirty. Fuck you. Fuck shit.
Starting now.
End it all.
Welcome to the podcast.
Episode 3, baby, of Gains and Gains, Chains and Wings, whatever you want to call it. We're here talking about video games and stuff going on. That's all I got.
Yeah, let's leave that dead air in. I bet that'll sound Alright, today we're going to be talking about a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Such as the games that we got each other to play, some Animal Crossing progress.
Reading the little bullet points we made up here.
Alright, so normally how we've been starting this is we've been getting each other to play a game that we normally wouldn't play by ourselves. And then we get each other's opinions on it for about the first
hour or so.
gameplay.
Like, it's a minimum of an hour, so we'll just jump into it. I'll play an hour of a game, he'll play an hour of a game, and then we will talk about it on the podcast. And maybe it'll give you guys some input about a game you haven't played before, and I think that would be really neat. So this week I got Shovel Knight, and he got, what was that game called again?
You didn't get Shuffle Knight.
We got
This week he got Hollow Knight, and I got...
It's the same thing, right?
Yeah, it's the same game, just different names, and I got Gun Gals 2.
Oh no, you got Galgun 2.
Galgun 2.
The sequel.
The sequel to... Dude, how the fuck did this game get a sequel? There are that
It's a
many
really good game, man.
horny teenagers.
It's bringing Time Crisis back.
Alright, would you like to explain to the audience?
Galgun 2 Galgun 2 is an arcade-style first-person shooter where you progress section to section. And the whole premise behind the game is that you have an angel that comes from heaven, and she's been tasked with finding somebody to help her eliminate demons who are, for some reason, crowding around this high school that you're attending. And what you have to do is eliminate the demons from the vicinity that are infecting only the girls
Now, how would you do that?
with your pheromone shot gun. Your pheromone gun, and you have to give them the feeling of euphoria to release them from the demon's presence.
Let me reiterate upon that. He said they are high school girls, and he owns this game. This is the game that he wanted me to play. He decided out of all of the cool games that I haven't played before, this was the one that I had to play.
Yeah. Out of all the years I've been holding on to this game, I finally had a good excuse to talk about it.
He has a physical game, but
I thought it was kind of neat that there was a physical copy of something this weird.
weird, kind of
Yeah.
not okay.
Okay, yeah. Would you say this is possibly the most bizarre Switch game you've ever played?
I think I'm on a list somewhere now because of this game, and if the FBI is listening right now, I just want you to know that it was part of a segment for a podcast.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do this on my own. So, are we starting with fucking Galgun?
Yeah, you already got into it, dude.
Yeah,
And
so...
we've explained what the game is. So,
Alright.
what were you expecting before we even got into the game, just watching the intro trailer and seeing the title screen?
So, the intro was just a bunch of anime girls, like, stuck in weird positions and them jiggling their boobs in your face. And other very degenerate things, which, again, really glad that they made a video game for this.
Yeah.
Way to go, Japan. You're knocking it out of the park.
Yeah. And they did a really good job of setting the scene for what you were going to expect in the game. I mean, would you say that wasn't like a misleading title? Because, I mean, if you think back to like the Digimon World games, seeing like the intro screen would give you like a totally different representation of what you would actually get in the game. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think you really knew what you were getting into before you got into it.
I'll tell you, I knew exactly what I was getting into, and I hated it. So, The gameplay is fucking. Dude, it's so bad. It's I don't. If you've ever played like the old arcade shooting games with like the actual guns, where your character goes from location to location without you controlling it, and you just shoot the zombies or whatever the fuck's coming at
Like
you.
House of the Dead.
Yeah, it's
Or Time Crisis.
it's the same thing, except it's. I don't even want to be on record saying what it is, but he explained what you shoot them with and what it does.
Yeah. Which is strictly business.
It is a video game.
It's a video game where you exterminate demons. It's basically Ghostbusters.
It's Doom, Doom Eternal, and just much worse. You knock the demons off the girls and you suck up the demons, and by doing this, you gain enough demon busting points to move on to the next stage.
Yeah. It goes in a sequence of days, so every new day you have to reach like a certain amount of boxes to check. You have to get through each level to progress, and by the end of the month, you have to have completed all of these objectives in order to get your VR headset off.
Yeah, did we explain that?
No.
That the angel puts a VR headset on you, and a lot of girls attracted to you, but not every girl?
No, every girl is attracted to you.
I thought it said it didn't work on some people.
No, it works. Maybe it didn't work on men. It's like every single girl is miraculously
And that's pretty much
attracted to you.
my one gripe with the game, is that there's not a bunch of dudes chasing me down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Man Gun too.
Dude, I would easily play Man Gun too.
I mean, I remember playing some of the Senran Kagura games, which are just as perverted, except there are some men you can just fucking rip the clothes off of.
Dude, equal opportunity, that's what I like. You know what's great about this game? You know the turret section in all like the other video games that are normally like really bad?
Yeah.
Like you're stuck in one location and you have to spin the camera around and shoot down whatever the fuck you gotta shoot down. Like those awful sections in the game. That's all of it. That's the entirety of this game.
But there are different game modes. You have like your defense game mode, and the one you didn't get a chance to play was the it's like a stealth game mode.
Okay, I didn't know about
where
the
you have to
stealth
like
game,
you have to
but-
collect the parts, and you have to like I think you can take the girls out before they bring reinforcements in.
What do you mean by take the girls?
You got to hit them with the pheromone shot.
Okay, well, I did, however, surprise, after you went to bed, I went and I completed the first boss. So I got a bit of boss gameplay in. And can I tell you something? It's pretty much just same as the other the gameplay. You just there's a full size. All the other demons are like action figure demons. I don't fucking know what you call them.
Yeah.
This is a real size demon.
Yeah. It's like little chibis.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like you have the angel and the demon on your shoulder, they're like that size. And you usually gotta like suck those up with your vacuum tool.
With your suck setting, yeah.
Yeah, and there were like little mini versions of this main boss I'm guessing you fought, which I had no idea you did this, by the way, which is good. So we had both beaten a boss in our games.
Yeah, because you went over a little bit to fight a boss, and I also went over, which is why I stopped the time.
Awesome.
Yeah. Boss gameplay, pretty much this. I mean, look, this game isn't difficult. If you're looking for a challenging game, the only thing challenging about this is just being in the room while the game is being played.
No, that is the challenge.
Yeah,
that's the whole point.
The challenge is forcing yourself to sit down and play this awful game.
Not the best game to play when you're living with your family, especially if you have the Switch out in like the living room. That's where the real challenge comes in.
Yeah, those are the game mode. I don't think the game has modes like expert or hard, but that is playing on expert mode.
Yeah,
Is just playing it around people who you respect.
that's the game you take on the bus. I mean, that's the whole reason for buying the Switch port of the game, which, by the way, only runs at 30 FPS. And I noticed that the PS4 version ran at 60, which I'm pretty livid about.
This has PS4 versions and
Yeah, and PC. There may be a VR counterpart.
Somebody needs to arrest these people.
Could you imagine playing that in VR?
I mean, it would make sense.
Yeah.
Because you have the VR headset.
Yeah. I do like, you mentioned it's easy. I like the dig that one of the characters makes on modern games.
Yeah, I roasted her for that too.
Yeah, you can set them straight. I noticed you really like the dialogue options in the game. Do you want to get into that?
Yeah, the cool thing about the dialogue in the game is it'll present you with a choice sometimes, and of that choice, sometimes it'll just not let you choose one. So you'll choose the wrong option, like the angel will be like, "Hey, will you help me?" And you're like, "No," because I don't fucking know you. And then it's like, "Oh, nah, you gotta choose the other one, cuz."
Yeah.
It'll just keep repeating the same text, like, "Oh, why won't you help me?"
Yeah.
And then it'll do it again.
It's pretty much Fallout 4.
But
Is what you were saying.
because just the illusion of choice.
Yeah.
But the best part is when it gives you one dialogue option. Why are you doing that? Why don't you just make my fucking character speak? Because that's all you're doing.
It's the healthy immersion.
Yeah. It's like, "Hey, say these lines." Hey. It's so useless.
You're really being impactful by pushing the A button.
Get a real sense of what it's like to say those words, you fucking degenerate.
Yeah. So
I don't know how much further I can talk about.
So at least you can say you finally played a quirky Japanese game because you haven't played Yakuza.
I've played Korokyu. Does that count?
Oh yeah, that does count.
Yeah.
But
video coming soon.
Yeah, video coming soon. We're not going to talk about it here. You got to go subscribe to the channel with Big Dad Energy.
New videos every year.
Boggy Smalls.
Boggy Smalls.
That's the channel, boy. I'll link it in the description for you guys. But video production is going to be good when it comes.
That's it.
Yeah.
So would you like to get into the game that you got to
Yeah,
play?
we can get into Hollow Shovels.
A bit unfair.
Yeah, this is basically the first Metroidvania type of game I've played ever. And it's one of the first platformers I've played in a long time next to Ultimate Chicken Horse. And it's basically 2D Dark Souls is something I picked up on really quickly. So, I mean, I basically played the game 2 weeks in a row. Except this time it was on a flat plane.
Which you were surprisingly even worse at.
Yeah. One thing I've heard about, so I wasn't too shocked to see it, but one thing I really liked right off of the bat is the story in it and the cutscenes. Like, the intro is really good. When you unlock the fast travel guy, like the transportation that takes you around, that scene was really good, like really polished, very well made. And I can see why people like these Metroidvania-style games, because it seems like I got a good feel for it by having to go back and get the compass, and you get to explore the level, and as you play, you unlock new areas. So I can kind of see the motivation to keep going throughout the levels.
Yeah, I think for everybody, he just beat the False Knight, which is pretty much the first boss in the whole game.
Yeah.
And you only died to him once.
Yeah.
Which...
That's an accomplishment. Yeah, it really comes down to pattern memorization, just like, I guess a lot of boss battles. It was pretty good. I don't remember, would you say the Dark Souls boss that I fought was about the same difficulty level?
Maybe even harder. Asylum Demon might be harder than that. But yeah
they get pretty difficult.
They're pretty much on par. Yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
It gets like unfair difficult.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I found about platformers, at least for me, is they can be excruciatingly difficult. Like Star Wars on the Super Nintendo. Fuck, that game is hard. I remember it being unbelievably hard as a kid, and I tried playing it like when the Super Nintendo Classic came out. I tried playing it again on that, and it was awful. It was super hard. And we were talking about Hollow Knight.
No, let's just go on to Star Wars.
Yeah, the art style is very consistent. It's kind of got this darker theme to it, which I kind of have to be in the mood to play. Like, it's really hard for me to get into those types of games, like Hollow Knight and Dark Souls, just because of the art style. Like, I may have never even given it a shot if I hadn't have had you give it to me.
If you do end up going through and actually playing the rest of Dark Souls, which you actually sound like you're planning on doing,
Yeah.
Hollow Knight is not just a little bit like Dark Souls. It is just Dark Souls,
Yeah.
except 2D. Yeah,
Yeah.
It pretty much just rips the game completely. It's amazing.
But it's amazing.
It's so fucking good.
It's like it's not just a blatant copy, and it's
like,
also 2D, so they have to kind of incorporate similar things
Yeah.
in a different way.
It's like Dark Souls, except the second half of the game doesn't fucking suck. Dude, I can't wait for you to play Dark Souls.
Yeah, and then hate it.
Yeah, because it's got like the best first half of a game ever, and then it's just
That's really looking forward to that.
yeah.
Because what I really like in games is when I get a sense of progression and I feel like I'm constantly moving forward. And I like that to just completely plateau and drop off and feel like I've just wasted all of my life into this game.
It's like all of the cool things about Dark Souls goes away at the second half.
Yeah.
Because it's real, like you'll start opening doors and realizing like, oh fuck, I'm here again. The world just wraps in on itself, and then the second half is just like, hey, go to like these end of the road places like that don't wrap in anywhere.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
I feel like Dark Souls would be a good game to get on the Switch because I could see myself just spending a little bit of my off time whenever I got the chance playing it. But it's what did I say, $40 on the eShop right now?
That's nonsense.
Yeah,
That game is so fucking old. It shouldn't be $40.
yeah, especially digitally.
Yeah.
Like if I can find it on sale as a physical copy or even digitally, I think I might pick it up and finish it there.
And also, with how cheap it gets on like Steam or
Yeah.
something, it's nonsense to be
Yeah.
selling it at $40.
One game that's really well priced that I want to play is the Metro Redux series that they brought to the Switch recently. Apparently, that's really good.
Yeah.
Have you played that at all?
I haven't played it.
Metro Last Light 2033?
No, I've seen Total Biscuit talking about it, but that's about it.
Yeah, I like the premise behind it,
Alright.
and it's a first-person shooter. Oh yeah. Oh man, you just really.
I know, it just
energy.
brought the whole show down.
Yeah.
Should we move on to something fun?
Animal Crossing
uplifting.
Progress. That's a bullet point we got here. That's fun.
No, I said fun.
Yeah. You don't find Animal Crossing fun anymore?
I take it all back from episode 1. Animal Crossing sucks.
Would you like to elaborate on the sucky things about Animal Crossing, which we did? I think we touched on it in the first
time.
one.
Yeah.
But it really becomes even more apparent now to me.
Dude, it's so fucking Nintendo of them to like have little inconveniences.
Mm-hmm.
I just want, like I said in Legend of Zelda, when you pick up an item and you hit square, it just
Yeah.
instantly you're in your inventory. I hate having to bend down because I got a million fruit trees on this aisle. I'm tired of bending down every 5. Just
Yeah. You can put the trees in your pocket. Can't put them in your storage.
can't put them in your house. Also, Tom Nook, hey, what do I do? Oh, you should probably talk to the doggy. Okay, I'll go talk to the doggy. Hey, what should I do? I think Tom Nook was asking you about something. Why don't you go check that out?
Yep.
All right, cool. I go over to Tom Nook. Hey, man, what was Isabel asking me to do? Oh, yeah, that's right. She wanted to discuss something with you. Oh, okay. Then I go over to Isabel. Oh, here's the thing I wanted you to do.
Yep, you got 2 people in one office. You would think maybe you could have 2 people talking to you
Dude,
at once.
they're not even quarantine distance from each other. They're right there.
Yeah. They could easily just kind of nudge over and you could just have like one flowing conversation. Would work fine. They don't do that.
Fuck, no.
We both experienced this today, by the way, at the same time.
It's nonsense.
And like you're literally, you got to talk to one person to talk to another person just to talk to the other one again.
It's such a good game otherwise, but it has so many of those.
Yeah, another example is something I experienced today for the first time. I picked up a lost item, and I kind of understand this if you had multiple items, but if you don't have multiple lost items in your inventory or anything else, when you walk up to a character and you have the option to say, is this yours? Just automatically do it. Don't make me go into the inventory, find the item, and then bring it to their attention.
Yeah.
And we also, this is the first time I've done this, visited your island, and your girlfriend came in. So we had 3 people on one island. I would hate to see how that would work with 8 people, because every time you have a new person come, it plays that animation.
Yeah, oh my goodness. It's unnecessary.
Yeah.
Just let me walk around and then give me the little, because it has the little bar that like just plays over top while you're playing, like, so-and-so has joined the island.
Yeah.
But then it cuts the gameplay completely and makes you watch an entire, a long animation too.
And the animation is neat, like the first time you do it. And I get that they're proud of it. It's really cool. And I get that part of it is to kind of be like, oh, look, you're departing from the airport or whatever. But you need a skip option. You don't need to do that every single time.
Yep. And also, there have been times where my girlfriend has left the island, but she did so by turning off her Animal Crossing. And that just turns my island back in time.
Yeah.
So,
does she keep your items, though?
I don't know if she keeps my items, but I know that sometimes if I go pick up a bunch of items and then she does it, then all of those items are just now back on the ground and I've traveled back in time. And it's the worst.
Yeah.
So, could you fix that, maybe? And all the other shit we said?
Speaking of traveling to islands, something I did for the first time is I traveled to Japan. I had a,
I was like, what are you talking about? Dude, I've seen you all this week.
I traveled to a Japanese friend of mine on Twitter's island. So when you actually go into somebody else's time zone, when you visit their island, it's actually their real time, which is neat. So if it's 9 p.m. in their game, it'll be 9 p.m. in your game when you go over to it. And it's just really neat. I know this has been done before in video games, but I can't stress enough how cool it is that you can just find somebody with a completely different language barrier that you may have otherwise never had any reaction with, and you can just go into this little virtual space together and interact with each other. It's just kind of fascinating to me.
That is pretty cool.
Like I just happened to, by accident, basically run into this person on Twitter through car stuff, and I added them, and they just happened to play Animal Crossing, and it was easy. It was just as easy as her adding me and me flying over to the island. What would be really cool is if there were like a lot more region-specific things.
Yeah.
Like if you had a reason to go to other people's islands to get exclusive items.
On one hand, I'm kind of with you. On the other hand,
I get what you mean.
Yeah, like you'd have to.
Then you wouldn't get
people who don't have Japanese friends.
Yeah.
Because,
Dude, the only Japanese friend you need is Galgun. Let's be real.
Yeah. Galgun 2 specifically.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the ASMR section of the podcast.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, just fucking get it all over the computer.
Welcome to part 2 of our podcast recording. If the background noise sounds a little different, it's because we had to turn the AC on. It was getting way too hot.
It's really fucking hot, especially being around you.
Yeah. It's just all the Big Dad energy going on in here. Go check out Big Dad Energy on YouTube.
Yeah. Let's get it past another one of your videos.
Yeah, let's get it to... I think it's probably already going to be at like 2 podcasts worth of views.
Yeah. Make it past all of the podcasts.
Yeah. All of the podcast views combined cannot add up to Big Dad Energy's view count.
If it does, I'll delete my YouTube channel.
Flag that video.
Flag everything I ever own for...
Hey, post-production T here chiming in with a little bit of a fun fact. He actually did delete the channel. It was allegedly stolen after the time of recording this podcast, so if you come across this video and notice that the channel has been deleted, don't subscribe to that one. I'll link the new one in the description and all that. Okay, enjoy the rest of the podcast.
Don't do anything. Go fuck yourself. Stop watching this podcast.
I don't even remember where we were at. We were just talking about this off camera, the ordering from Amazon process, because you got the green screen coming at a pretty inconvenient time.
Yeah, green screen, camera SD card.
Oh, yeah.
So...
He's got the whole setup coming in. I'm actually using his tripod right now.
I don't know if we're allowed to say any of the words that would indicate why everything is showing up late.
Yeah.
But if you know what time it is...
Yeah. Yeah, ordering from Amazon is not a good time. I'm supposed to have my racing sim stuff coming in Wednesday, It's Saturday, and it hasn't shipped yet, so that's concerning.
I feel weird. I feel like maybe I should be refunded a bit of Amazon Prime. That's all I'm saying.
You have Prime right now?
Yeah, because I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
So maybe give me that money back.
I don't have Prime, but I basically had to spend like $26 on what was essentially regular shipping. Because if I hadn't, it would have been here in like late May.
Yeah, my stuff's showing up early May, and I ordered it, a week ago?
I think it was longer than that.
Longer than a week ago? Yeah, it's nonsense. eBay has gotten this tripod here.
Yeah.
Luckily, within like a week or two.
Yeah, if you're trying to order stuff in a hurry, eBay is probably your best bet. I think probably because it depends on what you're ordering too. Like eBay is almost all private sellers. So
yeah, never did I think the day when eBay would trump Amazon would come, but it's here.
Yeah, like my stuff is being shipped and sold by Amazon, so I guess it all just comes down to whenever the fuck they feel like shipping it.
Yeah, and also, if you are planning on buying some things, it doesn't matter anyway because price gouging. You like that transition?
That was a
right
good
there?
segue. You nailed that one.
That's why we make the big bucks, baby.
Yeah, price gouging has been affecting quite a few things. The most notably for me, the Nintendo Switch and the VR headsets, the Rift S that I'm trying to nail for a reasonable price. And right now, the reasonable price on a Rift S is like $150 over MSRP.
Yeah, it's really reasonable. I bought it for twice what it's worth.
Yeah, it's really gonna suck if I buy a headset for like $500 and then like a month later they're in production again.
Yeah, and why do you want VR?
Yeah, main reason being for the racing sim, but I also want to give games like Half-Life and Boneworks a shot. I feel like those would be really fun games.
God, we're on a segue roll, dude.
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about Half-Life
Yeah.
and Boneworks?
Yeah. I think Half-Life is a really cool game, even though I've only played like 30 minutes of it. And by that, I mean the first one.
Oh, I was about to say, I haven't played any of that.
Really?
I've played a bit of Half-Life 2 with Brady.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if we had to monitor what. We got multiplayer on it. That was a good time.
Yeah, I played a good bit of Half-Life 1. Like, I just got it for the hell of it, and I think they actually remade that one. I've heard that's pretty decent.
I think I remember you playing Half-Life 1 in high school on the school computers.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I remember you were playing, and I was like, man, Josh don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Half-Life is pretty rad. I know it's been... I think the interesting thing about Half-Life is it was one of those first-person shooters that pushed the genre into where it is. I wonder if they were really going for that with VR.
Yeah, like every time they release, like how do you follow Half-Life 2 though? They've been waiting for this game for fucking ever, so I think this is a good way to do it.
Here's your spinoff.
Yeah, well, I think it's good. Like, try something completely new. So if people are like,
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Like, I am all for a AAA VR game. I don't care what the IP is. Half-Life is a good way to go. Everything I'm hearing about it is saying that if you're looking for a AAA VR game, this is basically one of the go-to options.
That looks fun. And we were watching a bit of gameplay of Boneworks, and I've seen a bit on my own before as well. That game looks pretty lit as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all very physics-based, so the objects have weight, even though you're not physically feeling it. You have to do it a certain way. If it's a heavier thing, it's going to be harder to move it.
And in that game, I've heard that you also don't clip through any walls like you would in all of the other VR games.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, if you push your head, what's supposed to be against the wall, it'll just stop moving. Like, you can't...
Makes sense.
You have a physical body in that game.
Yeah. I'm really excited to play that.
As opposed to having two hands.
Yeah. I'm going to have to bring that over when I do get a VR headset.
Oh, dude, I want it so bad.
Yeah. You got a decent PC to run it. So,
yeah.
Like, that's no problem.
I think I'll probably... Can we go into VR together?
Yeah.
Wait, really? As in, if we both have headsets, we can both VR together?
Oh, yeah. I think there's like games like Pavlov, like, that's multiplayer.
Dude, I just busted.
When we can find the headsets, that is.
Yeah, speaking of busted, fuck 12.
Dude, you gotta stop coming in with the
I'm
solid.
sorry.
We were out skating.
And we got busted.
Yeah, the cop was like, you gotta find somewhere else.
Oh, no. That would have been
That
an
would've-
okay thing to say.
Yeah.
But what he actually said was, we were outside of a school skating, and so the cop goes, "Hey, do you work here?" Ooh, you're a cunt.
Yeah, during this time where no school is open.
Dude, don't you love it when people ask you fucking questions
Yeah.
they know the answers to?
Yeah,
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Do you work here? Oh, I hope you die.
yeah. But on the plus side, we made him repeat himself like 3 times.
Yeah, that is
so
true.
We kind of took the thunder out of it.
I bet he's been waiting to say that for so long. And then he's like, "Hey, do you work here?" I'm like, "What? Do you work here?" I'm sorry, dude. No, you gotta... we gotta get closer. 6 feet, motherfucker.
Yeah, the dude was basically whispering. He could have just used the intercom.
He could have just said, "Hey, stop skating outside this school."
That would have made too much sense.
Yeah, that would have been... Or just done nothing, because the school police came by
Yeah.
one of the days.
Like almost like a couple days beforehand
Mm-hmm.
and said, dude, I don't care. It's fine.
He's like, "Are you trying to break in?" We were like, "No, doesn't matter to me."
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're skating. He
Shut
got
up.
he got his board, by the way.
Shout out to school police.
Yeah.
You guys doing a good at least that guy
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Carry this for a second. I'll be right back. Talk
up,
about
guys?
whatever you want.
This is now I'm bringing both chairs together. This is now just the Gaines podcast. Oh, fuck that other guy. Alright, guys. So what we gotta do is we gotta go to my channel, right, and subscribe. And we gotta fucking watch that video over and over. We gotta bring my channel past this fuckers. Because he's trash and he doesn't deserve it. Welcome back. Hey, man. How's it going?
Yeah, I'm sure you weren't incriminating me at all.
No.
This video
Do
is,
it.
this video isn't sponsored by CCS, but I figured you'd want to flex your board a little bit.
dude. Yeah. Show it off for the boys.
Got that nice green tea on one,
Green tea.
and then the what side is it? Yeah, it's still your motherfucking set.
It's still your motherfucking set.
Yeah. What do you have to say about this board?
It's fucking... It actually, like, pops off of the ground. That's... Like, look. We're no pro skaters.
Yeah.
Well, actually we are. I take it back.
I'm basically burn.
And I'm basically, Nigel Houston.
I think the print quality is pretty decent, especially
Yeah.
considering I doubt you used like a 3,000 by 3,000 image.
I just a fucking image I had on my phone.
Yeah.
It turned out real nice.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, good on you, CCA. Also, way cheaper than like fucking
Yeah.
an actual like one of the big brand skateboards.
The deck is $50. You can put whatever you want on it.
Yep.
And then like the big brand skateboards can just get up to ludicrous prices.
Yeah, like Toy Machine and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here. That being said, I do like all of your graphics, Toy Machine.
Yeah.
Sponsor me.
Hey Thrasher.
Dude,
I like your t-shirts.
I've pretty much got ollieing while moving down at this point.
Oh
so,
yeah.
I don't know.
I got ollieing over a curb stopper.
No, not even. You got shove it.
Oh, I gotta shove it over the
Yeah.
curb stopper too. So yeah, not to flex or anything, but I just figured we would bring up the skateboarding in the podcast.
Yeah. Especially after that really cool police officer who saved his country
Oh, thank God.
and his school from. Well, I haven't quite figured out what he saved it from, but
I think what it was is when I moved the traffic cone from one side of the sidewalk to the other. I think that really like that. I think that sent out an alarm.
my needing to be important sensor's going
Yeah.
off. I gotta go save the fucking day.
I mean, what else are they doing right now? In this, they're getting traffic tickets, stoplight tickets. There's not a whole lot of crime that happens over here.
I don't see how this is a problem. If you're a police officer, don't you want your job to be easy?
Yeah,
Don't you want it to just the world to go smoothly?
yeah.
And you just like roll up on people skating outside the school. Hey, what are you guys doing? Oh, skating. All right, cool. Stay safe. I'd be a bad cop. I'd just be too chill.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you guys doing here? Well, I'm mugging him. All right, well, you know,
Maybe
we had some complaints. Maybe keep it down.
just keep it down. Yeah, we got some noise complaints in the area. What are you kids doing? I'm getting robbed.
Alright, well, if you could just scream a bit quieter. That's all I'm asking. Look, I don't want to be here. The neighbors are calling me, so I had to show up. What else do we got on the top? We got some.
I don't know.
Yeah, not much. We got some games that I played, but I don't know how much you want to talk
about. I wanted you to just. We were looking through games on this PC. I wanted you to briefly maybe bring up Outer Worlds and Borderlands 3 because those were two games I was thinking about playing. But
okay, so let's start with Borderlands. How much have you played?
I played like a few hours of 2 in VR and like on the Vita and like combined on different consoles. I played it.
If you've only played a bit of 2, then like, and if you haven't finished it, I'd say you can skip out on 3 for a while.
Yeah.
Because, dude, 3, the story at least is painfully bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas 2, it has Handsome Jack.
Yeah.
And he's like the greatest villain in any video game. Whereas 3, half of your time is spent. It's like the Nintendo thing, except way worse.
Really?
Dude, it's like half of the game is walk over here, talk to this person, wait until they're done with dialogue, walk over here, talk to this person. It's like, I just want to shoot things with cool guns.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't the whole gimmick like the whole million guns thing?
Yeah, is that like the guns are randomly generated out of a bunch of, or probably procedurally generated. But the distinction doesn't really matter. You're going to see a bunch of guns that you haven't seen before.
Yeah.
But, dude, the amount of dialogue, which is bad, mind you.
Which is the bad part.
Yeah, it's so much. There's so much fucking talking.
Yeah. But when it comes to good talking, what about Outer Worlds?
Oh, that's segue, dude.
Yeah.
Outer Worlds is fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as... If you're thinking Fallout New Vegas, that's not the case. It's more you have different areas, different smaller worlds.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
It's
like
and
hub
you travel.
areas.
Exactly. And, they're large enough, but they're not like one cohesive world like Fallout New Vegas was. Because
I haven't played a ton of Fallout, but the draw to Fallout to me was just the open world and the exploration, really.
Yeah, I mean, you get that, but I don't think it's as cool being that it's so separate. That being said, because of it, you can have a bunch of different areas because it's literally different planets. So, of course, this one looks different from the other one, whereas Fallout, it's Earth.
Yeah.
So
that's
it can only differ as much as the
benefit to that, I guess.
Yeah.
Keep it interesting.
Also, it's not as replayable as Fallout.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sadly. I think it's a one and done for me.
Yeah.
Whereas New Vegas, I could hop in New Vegas right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game's...
I gotta play that at some point.
It's phenomenal. 3's also good, but New Vegas is...
Yeah, I tried playing 3 on my PC like a year ago, and it just kept randomly crashing. And when I tried to look up the solution, it was just like, yeah, there really isn't.
Yeah, that's a feature that Bethesda puts in those games.
Yeah, I appreciate them doing it because it basically encouraged me to not play it.
Yeah, I think that's what they were going for. They really mastered it at Fallout 76.
Which is, for context, rated mostly positive right now on Steam. What the fuck is wrong with you
Who
guys?
is rating that? Mostly positive? I feel like it's got to be like Bethesda has made a bunch of bots.
Yeah.
Or people are just like, they don't want to talk shit about a game that they bought and now like they'd have buyer's remorse if they reviewed it negatively.
Yeah.
But there are other games reviewed horribly on Steam.
Yeah.
I have no idea how this game is in mostly positive.
I've heard few people, like in the beginning stages of it, actually enjoy it. Which is fine if you do. But God, I feel bad for the majority of people who bought it and just did not have a good time.
There were so many things wrong. Like, did you hear the whole controversy about the, it's like a satchel or whatever the fuck that you get? Yeah.
Yeah, the nylon bag or whatever.
Yeah, except it wasn't whatever material
it was supposed to be canvas, and it wasn't canvas. It was like some cheap material.
Exactly.
I've heard all of it. I've been following the entire thing.
All right. So for people who don't know, you could buy a special package of this game that came with a canvas bag, and for what it's worth, the canvas bag looked really cool, but it didn't exist. They gave you a lot shittier quality bag that wasn't canvas. And then after they got called out on it, what they did, instead of giving you the canvas bag that you paid for, of course, was give you a certain amount of in-game currency, which, dude, this is my fucking favorite thing on the planet. There's a canvas bag in the game.
Yeah.
And the amount of in-game currency they give you isn't enough to buy the digital canvas bag.
Yeah.
Oh, you're such a piece of shit. Dude, I'm so fucking glad Obsidian went and did their own shit.
That's not to say that even if it was, it would make it good. I also heard that the helmet was subject to mildew. I mean, the game has had a ton of controversy behind it. Like, even if it was good today, all the bugs were ironed out, which I'm sure they're not, and there was a good, cohesive story added into the game, I couldn't rate it positively with how bad the beginning of it was.
How can you wash that taste out of your mouth?
I couldn't support it.
It's just like trading your goodwill for money.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, we just wanted the money. Go watch Joseph Anderson's 1001 glitches on that game. It's, I think, like an hour or 2 hour long video of just glitches.
Which is really sad because back when Fallout 4 was out, I was talking to my friend about how fun it would be to maybe be able to do this in multiplayer with him. Mm-hmm. And they had the opportunity to add multiplayer into a Fallout game. Not make a multiplayer-only Fallout game. They didn't need to do that. And then they just butchered it.
Yep.
Like, they didn't even try.
Dude, Fallout multiplayer done well could be so good.
Yeah, it could. And I feel bad for the developers that are really passionate about it, because you know it's not their fault.
Right.
It's always those people that really suffer the most on these projects. It's just disappointing. We don't really have anything to add on to that.
Fuck you. Is it a... No, Obsidian's a good one. Love you, Obsidian. Fuck you,
Bethesda.
Go suck
Yeah. Yeah. And they're publishing the Doom games, which are apparently pretty good. Of course, they're not developing it. That's like a separate company. But
anything you'd like to... anything else you got to talk about? Any more topics?
Yeah, you were playing some retro games that you're planning on building up for videos. Maybe we should talk about that just a little bit.
Just a smidget.
Yeah, because I'm kind of excited that you're you're getting into older games.
Yeah, I'm pretty much just going through the catalog of, you know what? I'll give you a little tasty wasty of how this all came about. So, my mom used to work at a at a Dollar General. And the Dollar General had, like, really cheapo games. Like, bottom barrel shit.
That was how Big Lots was for me.
Yeah?
With PC games.
Yep. So, I have, like, such fond memories of such shit games. Well, I guess not such shit games. I still think Koro Q for PlayStation 2 is a banger.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to playing that one.
For anybody who doesn't know, Koro Q is a CarPG.
It's basically like Cars, the RPG.
Yeah, it was Cars before Cars, except better. Oh, there's so many like things that I remember about it that I don't remember about it. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean.
Like Fever Dreams. Like, I know there's a haunting mission in that game, but I'm like, that can't be. This is a fucking racing game. But I totally remember there being a haunted house.
Yeah.
Dude, you can go into all of the little houses in Koro Q, and everybody has... Like, you can go into a bunch of fucking people's houses.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds impressive.
Yeah, there's 2 car shops. You go into everybody's houses, and then one of the dudes was just like, hey, what are you doing? I forgot. He's like a pickup truck. So he did have, like, y'all and shit in there. It's like, hey,
of course he did.
What the hell are you doing in my house? Which I thought was fair, because I just strode into a random person's fucking house. Yeah, man. I'm super excited for Koro Q. I'm also super excited for RoboPit, which is Transformers for the PlayStation 1.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, dude. Dude, I've got to make a video just about the sound effects on the fucking screen for that one.
You could do that.
Yeah. Just for RoboPit.
Yeah.
I know Jakey, who I am definitely fucking stealing your content, bro. I'm ripping it off wholesale. If you want worse Nicky Jakey, come to my channel.
Yeah, there you go. We'll just plug it again for you. Yeah. Boggy Smalls. In the description.
I'm never releasing content.
I really hope to God you do, because like it would be so good.
But wouldn't it be even funnier if I just bought all this dumb shit and then just...
Yeah, I bought the camera, green screen. we're like so much money into this, just never release anything.
Yeah, about $1,000
at least
into this nonsense, and just don't create content.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Tony Hawk games.
Yeah.
How could we forget?
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 versus Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 video coming soon.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Should I really do that?
Yeah, dude. I do it for all of the games because, like you said, multiple of those games had a PS1 and a PS2.
Yeah. I know there's some really good videos comparing the two different versions, and I don't think I can live up to those.
Ooh, dude, you should just make that a thing, comparing different versions for different consoles. Because I remember I was playing... do you remember... What is the game? It's where you get to play as all of the superheroes, but it's from top down, right?
Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Ultimate fucking Alliance. Dude, I played Ultimate Alliance for like, I think the Wii or something, and it was not the same game.
Yeah.
But I paid the same price, but it was not the fucking same game, dude.
Fun fact, when I was in GameStop as a kid, I had the option between getting that and the Simpsons Hit and Run. I got the Simpsons.
Dude, honestly though, better choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Simpsons Hit and Run is a fucking banger.
So I never got into Ultimate Alliance because of that.
I'd say that's fair.
Yeah.
That's a fair trade.
I wasn't allowed to play GTA, so that was my GTA.
The Simpsons Hit and Run.
I played so much of that game, it's ridiculous.
But wasn't it great?
Yeah.
I could go back and play Simpsons Hit and Run right now.
Yeah. The best thing was like the cheat codes, so you could just fly out of bounds and break the game.
Yep. Pretty much out of shit.
Yeah, I think we can call it here. I think we can end it on a good note. This has been episode 3 of the podcast where we talk about stuff. I had an ending idea in my head, and I just completely lost it. Oh, yeah. This has been episode 3 of the Sexy Segway podcast.
Wow, that was the idea that you were like, I really need to throw in there.
I was going to be like, we're going to end... This is the ending of the jerking off over how good our segues are podcast.
Flag this video for inappropriate content. We'll see you.
We'll see you in the next one, baby.
See you next year.
Listen to the podcast on anywhere you want to listen to podcasts. We got Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube for the best quality video. Well, the only video you're going to get on the podcast. And yeah, we'll see you later.
Love you, babies. God, though, but seriously, our fans are fucking trash.